Welcome to Flippin' Trinkets and Treasures. We are two Southern ladies on a journey to find new treasures. Every day is a new adventure and a chance to step into the past and learn about where we come from. To add to our growing collection of pretty things and make a few bucks along the way. This is our passion. It's how we make our living, and more important than anything, it's fun. So come along for the ride and we can travel our next adventure together. See you there. Hi everybody, welcome to our channel. My name is Jennifer.
I'm Mom,
aka Sharon, and we are running Flippin' Trinkets and Treasures. We're going to have a haul video for you today. We've got a few things from Bright's Antique World that we want to show you, and a few extra things. Our organization for all of our items it's organized in a way that we can find things, but sometimes items kind of get mixed in with others. And we can find them fine, but some of our Bright stuff is in with some older things that probably stuff that we bought the week before, maybe. Anyway, so we're going to show you those things too, just so we can, show you some more things. So we really didn't get a whole lot at Bright's. I think it was really like 5 or 6 items, maybe a little more. But things were so expensive there that we had to kind of stick to our budget and just buy things that we could afford. And they're still great things. Well, there's a few things that we'll talk to you about, because it's like, it's probably not the best decision of ours to buy them, but you live and you learn, and that's our entire experience with this business, is learning. And that's why we're doing these videos, is to kind of categorize and show our growth as we learn, as we grow, as we go through buying things and experiencing other things. But anyway, let's get into it, see what we got.
and we apologize for the crackling of the newspapers, but it's just the way we store our pieces when we buy them, in order to protect them from breakage and other things.
Ooh. Okay. So this is Fenton. And we just said olive green, avocado green?
Yeah.
And what was that? What's the name of it? Ruffle?
Yeah, it's ruffle.
It's a
rim.
ruffle rim. Anyway, it's a compote or candy dish. It's actually, I love these. I think they're so pretty. And I think we actually saw one of these in Bright's, in I think the first video maybe. And I talked about how they don't have the highest resale price, but if you can buy them for a low enough price, they can make you a decent profit. And I'm pretty sure we got these Goodwill. I think we got this at the Goodwill. It's probably like $3 or $4. So like, when you can buy them for that cheap, yeah, go for it. And they actually do have quite the following. And for the collectors that like Fenton, I mean, I like Fenton.
I do too.
I really do. But they sell really well for the people that actually like them. So that's a good, that was a good sale. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh. Let's see. Oh, that was it. We've got this right here. It's Noritake. And it's Noritake, was it Warrington? Now, Noritake is not something that everybody buys. And we don't always buy it, but most of the time when we get it, it's cheap. And it does have a following as well. I don't know if that's going to focus or anything, but yeah, it says Noritake.
And these are coffee or tea cups.
Yeah, they're saucers. But usually we get these at the Good for like 59 cents a piece. And even if you only sold, like, let's say, I think we got 4 in the pack. Even if you sold it for $10, you're making like more than double your money. Like, so it's, I mean, if you can sell them, it's worth it. But it's to each their own though, because there are some sellers out there, and that's fine, that they don't work for them. And I'm not sure why it happens that way, but for us, we've had some pretty good success with selling plates this way.
Well, a lot of people are looking for replacements.
That's true, which is actually a good example. Mom and I were talking about things that we research and how we come up with the prices that we do for our items. And of course we use eBay, sold listings and just basic listings. We use WorthPoint. But we also do use a website called replacements.com. Easy word. Anyway, and that website's really interesting because you can actually take a picture of your plates and it recognizes the patterns on them, and then it'll tell you what kind of pattern it is, sometimes where it comes from, and how much it costs retail. Now, when we buy these things, they're used, so we can't charge the retail price for them. You're not going to get that. But it gives you a good idea of where to start. So yeah,
and
Google. Yeah, we use Google Lens quite a bit. Are these more plates?
I think it's still the Nortakis.
Just a bigger size. Okay.
These are like the
these are the
bread
dessert plates.
saucers or dessert saucers or whatever you want.
So yeah, these are a little bit bigger than the last ones,
and they're in good condition.
and they
too.
are. We
Gold
always
accent.
exactly. And we always go through with our items, and when you feel around the edges, make sure there's no chips. Because sometimes there's those little teeny tiny little things that you can just feel the roughness, and you can tell whether it's broken or not. Well, that's not our word.
That's what everybody calls them.
Oh, really?
Flea bites.
Flea bites. Okay, they're called flea bites.
That's not our word.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna be blatantly honest with you. We have been fans of certain people on YouTube for quite a long time, and I'm trying my best to respect them and not like name drop and be like, hey, we're doing this just because they do. They did get us started, and they have taught us so much, and I love them to death. I still watch them now, but I'm trying not to like ride on their coattails. So if I'm trying to not stay away from words, it's because I don't want to be like, oh, they say this.
Flea bites is a universal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So they're flea bites.
And when we're listing, we always list in the descriptions exactly what's wrong, if anything.
Well, and just because there is a chip or a crack, doesn't mean it's not worth something.
Right.
No, it depends on the item and how much it's worth as a whole. Because definitely having any kind of damage diminishes the value. But, actually, this is a perfect example. This is a Tonala vase. Oh, as I drop it. Oh my god. Anyway, it's made in Mexico. It's even signed on the bottom, Tonala, made in Mexico. I don't know if it'll let you see it. But, this one, I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but there's a little bit of a chip right there. Let me see if I can get a little closer. I don't think it's gonna show. But that little chip, as long as we list it in the listing, these still have quite a good value to them, and the colors of it are like amazing. I love Mexican pottery.
I do too.
And that one's probably going to reach us, I would say, with the chips, we see like maybe $15. About there, maybe more. You never know.
I can't remember what we gave for it.
Oh, it was a Goodwill item, so I think it was like $2.99.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys would probably meet our animals because they're jumping up on the couch with us, so girl crazy. Oh, yay! Okay, something that I got excited about the first time we ever found it. And okay, again, sometimes even though, okay, let me just say, this is what's called Nippon. Now, what that is it's a Japanese-made dish before they were called Japan. Like, they were not named Japan always. So these are old enough to be made pre-Japan. And you'd think they'd be worth a lot more than they are, but I don't care. I think it's amazing that they're that old.
That's the history.
And we found this at the Goodwill store. I was so excited because it's like, oh my god, they're so old. But I love the Nippons, and Nippons,
in good shape.
yeah. And a lot of the Japanese artistries, especially like Nippon and like Noritake for that, or Otajiri, they usually have like these lake scenes and like the pastoral background with a tree, and a lot of times there's like a boat and a swan, or like a little house on the water, but I love these. Now I'll show you this mark, but it's kind of faded, so you probably won't be able to see it very well. But that's Nippon, and sometimes they look different. I have another one over on the shelf that it's the first one I ever found, so we kept it. But they're all generally the same. They change a little bit over time, but I was so excited about that. And that's where it comes down to the history of things. I am so fascinated by the history of where things come from and who made them, and like time periods. Oh, this is another Goodwill find. We still haven't gotten to Brights yet. Sorry. So this is gonna take too long. We're already at 9 minutes. Okay, it's gonna
Can't help it.
okay, this may, that's annoying. YouTube has been kind of aggravating with me because it won't let me post anything over 15 minutes. So I'm like, time.
Let's see if we can finish this and then start the next one.
Oh,
We can always.
that's fine, just keep going. Okay, this is a Japanese pagoda. And it's kind of in the similar vein as a fairy lamp. Except the fairy lamps usually come all the way down from the base and you lift the whole thing up. But the whole, oh, okay, this actually has a glass holder inside of it. Yeah, you put a candle inside and it glows. But this was super cute. I think we paid maybe $4 for it. And we already have like several watchers on it on eBay, so it may not be there for long. So if you have an idea that you want it, go see our eBay store and grab it. Oh, it's another Noritake, but this is a different, okay. This is another Noritake. Is it a celery dish?
I believe so.
I think they call it a celery dish. But this is a different pattern. But still the same Noritake. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry. It's the same Noritake symbol on the back. Like I said, when you get it cheap enough. And Noritake is, probably one of our go-tos. We do quite a bit of Noritake.
And it's a good, oh, this is some more, but it's just,
Oh, more of the other Noritake, but it's a different size plate. I think these are, what are these? Bread plates or something?
maybe brick.
They're smaller. They're in between the dessert plates and the saucers. But they're super pretty too. And you know, and here's the thing. If you ever see anything in here that you like and you want to know more about it, comment or message us and let us know.
And we should be putting the link.
Oh, in every description of our videos, we have a link to our Instagram, our Facebook page, our eBay store. And so anytime you want to find us, definitely go down there and
Look in the description and find the links.
they're down there. And this is like a milk glass. Is it like a candy dish?
It could be candy dish. It could be
Pretty much anything. A trinket dish.
trinket dish, a dresser.
But it's got a, I think it's a brass. It's got like a brass base, with a footed brass base on the bottom. I like that too.
It's pretty.
Sometimes I forget we get things. We're going through this stuff and I'm like, ooh, I remember that. Oh, and here's another Noritake.
I
And
like
this
that.
one, I do too. This one is a gravy boat and tray, but they're attached. Like, I'd never seen that before until we got into Noritake.
That's how Dairy Queen does it, isn't it?
Right, look. But I think it's interesting.
And they're quite popular.
They are. Especially towards the holidays, when we get towards like Thanksgiving and Christmas. These things sell like crazy.
And here's our last one from Jupiter.
Oh, ooh, I like that. I forgot about that. I think these are made in India. What it is, it's a brass bowl, but inside is hand painted. Actually, it's almost metal molded too. The metal is kind of lifted up, but it's hand painted. I want to say it's made in India,
Most brass is made in India.
but I think it's
Is that
super
Cloisonne?
neat.
Cloisonne?
I forget what that's. I forget what it is. No, I don't know.
I think maybe it is.
Again, we're learning. I think what she's saying is like with the paint, there's a raised metal like it's been
There's lines in it.
yeah, but it's metal. But
And
it's
then
raised.
they painted in between those lines.
yeah, it's
Well, I
really
think that's-
pretty.
I think it's Cloisonne. Cloisonne?
As you learn, we're learning too. Like this,
Yes.
there's certain terminologies that we're still trying to catch up on. And forgive me, I keep looking at the stupid screen. Are we in the frame? Are we okay? Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, go ahead and go to the next. box. This just might be a little bit longer of a video. If I have to, I can skip in half.
This should be from Brights.
I don't remember getting that. Did I get this from Brights? I remember getting... No. I don't remember, but we're already... Lay down. But we're already buying Christmas things. Because Q4 is about to start, which is, I think, starts in September. But Christmas starts picking up pretty fast, and it's already August. So this is Faltzcraft Winterberry, and you know, like I said, well, mugs don't make a whole lot of profit, but we can buy them cheap enough, $9-10. You know, it's worth the cost.
Well, and not only you talk about starting selling in the fourth quarter, but we've sold Christmas all year long.
That's true. Oh yeah. No, okay, this is a good one too. Okay, so actually, I think in one of the videos I showed you a similar color, but it was like a Viking style. This is Moon and Stars. Mm-hmm. This is a Moon and Stars compote dish or candy dish, however you want to use it. But I love this color. I actually got this at the Goodwill store, and I was so excited because it actually came with a lid. But the way that the Goodwill does their thing is they tape their lid shut, which is great because it protects the dishes. But the problem is when you take the tape off and you lift the lid, and there's cracks all around it.
You can't see it.
You can't see it until you actually, yeah. So the lid was pretty much beyond like repair, but these sell by themselves all the time, and for a good price. There are people that buy these and collect these just as anything else. So I mean, it's still an excellent item. I would say probably about $16, $17 or so. And when you can buy them at the Goodwill for a little nothing, it makes it even more important. Let's see what we got. Oh! And something else that Mom and I are really big fans of is wooden things. Oh, no, this is from Guthrie.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, it's, okay, so here's the thing. Some of these are going to be from videos we haven't even played you yet. It is what it is. Okay, so anyway, I was going to say, we like wooden carved things. So I found this elephant. Trunk up, that means good luck. So elephants are super popular. Elephants are super popular, and a lot of
cats.
The wooden carved, yeah, cats. But the wooden carved things have a really big following. So we try to pick those up when we can. We can find them at a good price. But I think that's super cute. Super cute. And we've yet to get to Brights. Yep. Guthrie. Actually, I think this was a Goodwill. Anyway, it's a amethyst vase, a bud vase. It doesn't have any kind of markings or anything on it, but it does have a poncho mark. Wait, is that a signature? Maybe it's just the way the glass is. Nah, it's something. We'll look deeper into it, but we thought it was. I love amethyst glass. Anything amethyst, and I'm a fan of it. So,
and it's popular too.
A lot of times, especially with the art glass, the amethysts, the cobalt, or any of the blues, and the greens, well, like emerald green probably, but those are really popular. Oh, that's a big old piece. And this is just a simple planter. There's not a lot of money to it, but it's super cute. It's a little teddy bear planter. They paid like $2 for it, and like I said, we probably won't get much for it, but we'll get a profit on it. So, super cute. And sometimes we have what's called bread and butter pieces. That you get those too. You get your high price items, and that's fine. But then you got some that just kind of fill the voids. And this is a Trinket Dish that is so cute. I love it. It has a lot of texture to it. Hold on. But there's texture. Like, it's not like, what's that brand? Oh, no. It's not like Capdemonte where you have like real like flower petals and stuff. Flower petals and stuff.
Usually it's a big spray.
Yeah,
of flowers.
but this one, it's still a textured like flower mix. Like it's like it's carved into it. It's super. I like it. It's interesting. But we buy a lot of Trinket Dishes too. Okay. This is a shell planter that Mom found in Guthrie. You'll see. But it's really interesting. I wasn't really sure when we picked it up what it was worth or if it was worth anything, but I thought any planter would probably get about $14 to $16 for it. Oh. Okay, I'm also a fan of Portugal. And this is a Portugal picture.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love the hand painting. And they're always so like vivid and like just beautiful. Let's see. Now this one did have a couple of rough marks on it. Like where
markings on the bottom.
Oh, yep, it's signed, made in Portugal. Of course it's backwards in the viewer. Lovely. You'll see it backwards, but it says made in Portugal. In case you're wondering.
Put that next to a mirror.
Ah, I got this at the Goodwill too. It's a art glass apple. Now the bottom is a little cloudy, so it's definitely not Murano, but I love art glass, and it's still a decent paperweight.
Good quality.
Are we sure they're in there?
That's the numbers he told me.
All right, and these are Empoli. I got a pair of them at the Guthrie flea market, and they have their sticker right there. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Rossini, handmade, genuine Empoli glass, Italy. Now, excuse me. There are some Murano stickers that are completely fake, and I'm sure they are this way too, but I've researched that. I'm pretty sure that sticker is what it's supposed to be. Oh, now this is another made in it's Mexico. It's made in I cannot talk. I lost my ability to speak. It's made in Mexico, but it's a spoon rest. And the one thing about Mexican pottery is that the colors are insane. Like they're so bright and vivid and just happy. I love them. And this is another Guthrie piece. It is a pottery or like a pottery. The sugar bowl. It's a sugar bowl with lid. It's not marked on the bottom, not really. I mean, I think it's technically a signature, but it looks like scribbles. You know, there's so many artists who sign their work and you can't even read a word of it. It's like, okay.
They're like doctors.
Yeah, like scribble, scribble. That's me. Okay. It doesn't help me know what your item is, but I like crockware and pottery, so that's super cute. $8.88. These are the 90s.
What? Maybe.
No, they are the 90s.
Oh, okay.
The ones that we need are in the 80s. This is gonna be an extra long. Okay. Found these glass. What are these? Are they candle holders?
Because they're candle holders.
But the indentation is not that deep. Like it's.
Would probably set up maybe another votive or tea light
or the yeah. Anyway, so we've got these. We've got a pair of them. I think they're really pretty, and we can find a pair of anything. It always goes better than just a single. So those will do well. And we have a whole collection of these. I think these are Libby's. Are they Libby glass?
Yeah.
We have these Libby. Juice jar. They're juice glasses. Yeah, but they're that wheat design, and you find that wheat design quite often. But this amber color is really cute, and I think we got them for quite a decent price. We got all 6 for like $3 or $4. But Libby glass does well too. A lot of people like Libby glass. Oh lordy. Oh, and here's another part. I love this one. It's an owl. It's an owl planter. It's really cute. And it's probably not overly like super old, but I would say it's still vintage. But I love the design of the face. It's so cute. How much do we have more in this box?
2 more.
Okay. We'll probably take a little pause after this one so I can find that other box that actually has the brights in it. Oh! This is the Cambridge?
Yeah.
Found this nut. They don't have their stoppers, but this is an oil and vinegar?
Yes.
Let's turn that around. Okay. It's Cambridge, not Cambridge. These are oil and vinegar.
Quilts.
Quilts, okay. And they come with this crystal, like, holder. But, what is the, it's not the, what kind of Cambridge? It's the one that I looked up with the salt pepper shakers was a different. It wasn't Chantilly, it was,
I forget.
well, anyway, they're Cambridge, and they're actually worth quite a bit. But the only problem is we didn't have the stoppers, so that brought the price down quite a bit. But they're still worth a decent price, and they're really pretty.
All right, this is the last one.
Okay. Last one of this box is a brass basket. Yeah. Of course, made in India, but it was a really decent price. And I pick up brass quite often. Grace, get back. Get back. Grace Ann. Sorry, she's a big girl. But anyway, we pick up brass quite often. And they have a good following as well. They've been more popular lately. Like, a lot of people have been looking for brass. So anyway, give us just a minute. We're gonna go find the other box, and then we'll get back with you with what we got at Brights. Okay. Alrighty, I found the box. The first thing we did. Now there's a lot of stuff that we bought at Brights that we didn't even get to film, and that's part of my learning process too, as far as filming. I need to get used to filming the item, and then, like, you know, showing that we're actually getting it. Sometimes they magically appear on the card. Anyway, so one of the things we got was this. It's a crockery, like a soup bowl. But it is McCoy.
Yay.
McCoy is a big seller. McCoy and Hager. No, I'm actually probably more a fan of Hager than McCoy, but I don't turn it down when I see it. And some of the things that we actually purchased have already sold from Brights because they were that good. We actually found a pair of Royal Hager planters, and we sold them separately, but the same person bought them both. And I'll probably put a picture in right about here. And then, yeah, we sold them both. We sold. There's a set of uranium glass champagne flute, or not flutes, glasses. There was 4, and they're crackle glass. Anyway, and we sold that too. And we sold one more thing. Oh, it was a pottery vase, or no, pottery pitcher that we sold. And I put pictures of those in here too, so you can see, like, right about here. And then, so our next thing, now this is a handmade pottery vase. with a spider on the side.
That's not something you see every day.
It was different.
So
Yeah.
it was different. That's why I like that. And plus the glaze on it is just beautiful.
It's neat. And it's kind of like a red pottery. But I liked it a lot. I just like the design of it. And sometimes, even if you don't know who the maker is or where it comes from, that alone will sell. Like
Just art pottery.
yeah, art pottery, studio art, or some things that are handmade. Okay, now here's a lesson to be learned. This right here. Now it's an interesting hand-molded piece of glass with some versions of Millefiori in the bottom. It also has a Murano sticker. I don't think you can see it. The problem is that this, well, it's a black label and silver writing, but it's in Italian. I can't read it. But anyway, it basically says made in the style of Murano. It's not actually Murano, and there's a lot of makers who do that with this this type of glass. Murano is so like respected and successful that everyone wants to be them. But anyway, I mean, it does say made in Italy, so I guess it is made in Italy. It's just not Murano. But that's a lesson learned. I've actually been a part of a Murano art glass group that was suggested by a YouTuber, and it has been so helpful. I'll have to find the link, and I can send you guys a link to that group if you'd like to join it and learn more, because they have like files and albums of pictures of a different Murano glass or art glass in general, and they have a album that's specifically for fake Murano stickers. And that's where I found that one. Oh, this isn't. This is what they're gonna give us. If you find this one, that's great too. Lord, oh. Oh yes. Oh, this was one of my favorites. Okay. Now this. Hold on a second. I'm looking at it. That's why I'm not. I'm just looking at the bottom of it. Okay. This is what I'm pretty sure is a Murano bowl. Well, I think they call it ashtrays, but I mean, yeah, it is. It's got these little like sections here for grooves for the cigarettes, but it's so pretty. Who would want to smoke in that? But anyways, it's lovely, so pretty, and I'm always looking for stuff like this, and to find it for as cheap as it was here. Now the bottom of it does have some scratching, but the thing is, a lot of these things are probably about 20 years old, if not older. And people use them. You know, it's just you can't get away from that. I mean, sometimes they're just, I don't know, they just moved around too much. But it's definitely got some scratching on the bottom from probably where they've scratched across the table. But I love that piece. Okay. Now we've got a Japan-made kitty cat. My mom and I pick up figurines quite often,
yes.
like all the time.
I like kitty cats and stuff.
Absolutely. And this one is actually made in Japan. It has the Japan mark on it. And sometimes sometimes these can sell for upwards to $20 to $30, but that one's probably going to be like $15 to $20. Let's scratch. Alright, and this is an art glass penguin. Now, I'm telling you, I love art glass, and I love paperweights, and these are awesome. And this one actually has a pretty decent bottom. It's got a little scratched on it. I don't remember seeing that. It's a polished bottom. But like I said, if we can't guarantee that something is Murano, we usually don't say that it's Murano, even if we're really, 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 really sure. I would say this is actually not Murano, but I mean, it's beautiful. Like the colors and how they bleed into clear to blue. I mean, maybe Murano, you never know. But like I said, I can't prove it. There's no sticker, there's no signature. I remember these. We got some plates. And this is, oh, it's, okay. in the France has a particular type of plate that they produce. It's called Limoges, and most of the time Limoges is like really, really old. And I don't think this is actually part of that, but it's kind of in the same in the same vein as it's actually called Saint Limoges, but it's a more modern take on the French Limoges, and it's basically cheese and grapes. But a lot of times these types of patterns are really popular with people, especially when they're trying to replace something that they've lost. Okay, we have a vase. Is it opalescence? Opalescent
or iridescent.
Iridescent vase with gold handles. All it has is a number on the bottom, so I can't exactly remember where this came from, but it's an older piece because there's actually, it just kind of looks like there's some crazing, but I like it. And we sell quite a bit of these too, not actually this exactly, but the iridescent with the handles. I love that. Some of them are made in Brazil. Now the Brazilian vases aren't always worth much. And that one's not Brazilian, but similar style. And oh, sorry. She's throwing things at me. Now this was actually kind of like, I mean, it's like ceramic, maybe? Mm-hmm. It's a ceramic, I mean, it kind of looks like a jar, but what it is I think it holds a candle. There's all these holes in the side. I think you put a candle inside, and it, you know, the candle glows through the holes. But it's a really neat. I don't want to call it a candle holder, but that's kind of what it is. Did it have any marks?
I don't think so.
I would dare say it's probably actually a little bit more modern and something. But Mom and I don't have any problems buying some modern things. We do lean more towards antique and vintage, but if something's, you know, quality made and really,
It's the last piece.
oh, ooh, okay. Anyway, we buy modern things too. And this is another example of a modern piece, even though it's a great brand. Okay, this, can you guess what it is? It is Hager.
I didn't even know that Hager made bowls.
They do, yeah. But this is a more modern version of Hager, and Hager still sells today, like in stores. And this one has a modern sticker, but it also says Hager USA. So I mean, it is a Hager. I would still say it's probably a planter. I would say put a plant in that.
A serving bowl.
I don't know. It could be. I think it could go out however anybody wanted to use it. It could be a serving bowl.
It's not, I just think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, Hager, you know, Mom and I were talking about McCoy earlier. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. But we both prefer Hager.
Yeah.
To the McCoys. And that's kind of why I like their glazes better. And Hager has, like, they've got Hager and Royal Hager. And the Royal Hagers are, like, amazing. Their colors are, like, fantastic. They have, like, animals that they do with the glaze. They've got lamps. There's all kinds of different
Amazing
things.
stuff.
Love Hager. But anyway, that's about it. That's all we've got for you today. And if y'all ever have any questions, any comments, please let us know. Because, like, we'd love to have some contact with everybody. Back and forth. We'll go down.
I think our email is in the description too, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. But if not, it's flippin'trinketsandtreasures@gmail.com. So, like, if you ever want to email us, let us know. But we've got some more videos coming. We're going to try to post our videos 2 to 3 times a week for now. If, you know, and we'll probably gradually get even more than that. But for now, it's 2 to 3 times a week. But our next video is going to be Guthrie. I'm pretty sure. So you've already seen everything we bought there. So that works out. Anyway, Guthrie will be the next video we make, and then it'll be Miss Lucille's, or maybe it's Goodwill. We'll see. I'll do Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo or something. But until next time, we will see you later.
Bye-bye.